Hello friends, this video on gravitation part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now when we talk of the principles of flotation, it becomes very important to talk about the famous Archimedes principle. So what was Archimedes principle? Again, this was not the principle this was the principle actually which talked about the magnitude of the buoyant force. That means how much buoyant force will actually get exerted. Till then it was like, okay, greater buoyant force or lesser buoyant force, but how much exactly that force is, that was determined by Archimedes. And again, there was another interesting story behind how Archimedes found out this principle. It so happened that once Archimedes, while taking bath, he observed that as the bathtub was full of water, as soon as he stepped into the bathtub, some of the water started spilling out. Some of the water started flowing out of the bathtub. That was because he entered into the bathtub. So what did he say? He said that when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. So that means he concluded that whenever an object is immersed in a fluid, some of the volume of the fluid will get displaced. So the weight of the fluid that is displaced is equal to the upward force that the body will experience. Because till the principle of flotation, we saw that we already came till this point that whenever a body is immersed in a fluid, it will experience a buoyant force. But how much that buoyant force will be, that was given by Archimedes. He told that the buoyant force will be equal to the weight of the fluid that is displaced by the object. So let us look at this example. Let us suppose we have a beaker containing water. As soon as the stone was dipped inside it, some of the water started coming out because the water level increased. So that means some of the water was displaced. So now the weight of this water which was displaced is equal to the buoyant force which the stone experiences. As soon as the stone gets immersed in water, it will experience an upthrust. So the upthrust is equal to the weight of the fluid which is displaced. Now let us look at this example. I have taken the same beaker, the same arrangement, just that a bigger stone is now dipped inside. So what will happen as this bigger stone enters this liquid, then more water gets collected here. That means in this case, the weight of the water displaced is more. So that means this stone will experience more buoyant force. So Archimedes' principle told that when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. So based on whatever we have studied so far, let us try to solve some problems based on thrust, pressure, Archimedes' principle and buoyancy. So here comes problem 1. It says a block of wood is kept on a tabletop. The mass of the wooden block is 5 kgs and its dimensions are 40 centimeters, 20 centimeters and 10 centimeters. Find the pressure exerted by the wooden block on the tabletop if it is made to lie on the tabletop with its sides of dimensions 20 centimeters and 10 centimeters. That means, let us suppose if it is lying like this, so this is 20 and this is 10. Okay, so if this 20 and 10 centimeter is lying like this, what is the area that is actually exposed to the table? This particular area, right? So now, what would be the force acting? Force is nothing but the weight of the object, that is the weight of the block. So what is the mass of the block? It is 5 kgs and G is 9.8. So this is equal to 49 Newton. So this is the force acting, this is the upthrust. This is the thrust. So we have to, in the first part, we have to calculate the pressure exerted. Now we know that pressure is equal to thrust per unit area. So what would be the area in this case? Area in this case would be this area which is in contact with the surface, that is 20 into 10. So that is equal to 200 centimeters square, which is equal to 200 into 10 to the power minus 4 meters square. So therefore we can calculate pressure as 49 divided by 200 into 10 to the power minus 4. So this comes out to be 2450 Newton per meter square. So this would be the pressure exerted. In the second part, the area changes. It says that if the block is made to lie along this dimensions, 40 centimeters into 20 centimeters. So area becomes 40 into 20. That is equal to 800 centimeters square, which is equal to 800 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Therefore, pressure will be equal to force per unit area, which is equal to 49 divided by 800 into 10 to the power minus 4. So this comes out to be 612.5 Newton per meter square. So this would be the pressure exerted in this case. So you saw that even though the same amount of force was being applied, but the effect of the force, that is pressure, changed with the change in area. Let us look at the next problem. It says the volume of 50 grams of a substance is 20 centimeters cube. If the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube, will the substance float or sink? Now the substance will float or sink depends upon the density of the substance. We know that if the density of the substance is greater than the density of water, then it will sink. If the density of the substance is lesser than the density of the water, then it will float, right? So let us try to calculate the density of the substance. Now density is equal to mass per unit volume. What is the mass of the substance? 50 grams, and volume is 20 centimeters cube. So this will be 50 divided by 20, which is equal to 2.5 grams per centimeter cube. Now density of water is given as 1 gram per centimeter cube. Therefore, we see that density of the substance is greater than the density of water. Therefore, the substance will sink. Let us look at the last problem of the lesson. It says that the volume of a 500 gram sealed packet is 350 centimeter cubes. Will the packet float or sink in water if the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube? It is again a similar problem. So we have to find out the density of this sealed packet. So the density of the sealed packet will be equal to mass per unit volume, that is equal to 500 divided by 350, which is equal to 1.42 gram per centimeter cube. So what do we see? We see that the density of the packet is greater than the density of water. Therefore, the packet will sink. So that was the first part of the problem. What will be the mass of the water displaced by the packet? So how much water will be displaced by the packet? Now by Archimedes principle, we know that the volume of the water displaced, or the weight of the water displaced, will be equal to the force that is exerted on this chips packet, right? So from Archimedes principle, we can say that volume of water displaced will be equal to 350 centimeter cube, because 350 centimeter cube is the volume of the packet, right? Therefore, mass of water displaced will be equal to, we know that density is equal to mass by volume. So we know the volume, we have to calculate mass. So mass will be equal to density into volume. So what is the density of water? Density of water is 1, volume is 350. So this will be 350 grams. Because from Archimedes principle, we know that the volume of the packet immersed will be equal to the volume of the water displaced, right? So volume of the water displaced becomes equal to 350 centimeter cube. But we have to calculate the mass of the water displaced. So mass of the water displaced will be equal to density of water multiplied by volume of water displaced. So that comes out to be 350 grams. So with this, I will conclude this lesson on gravitation, and I hope that I have been able to explain you the concepts and the problems related to gravitation. So please solve few more problems so that you practice it hard and it becomes easier for you to approach problems. So see you all in the next lesson. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.